morning, students. Welcome to the geography class. Today, I would like to discuss with you through this video minerals and ore, lesson 6. Please take your geography book and open page number 68. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the minerals and ore. So we need to understand what are these elements. Mineral resources. What are minerals first? Minerals are the substances or the matter that are we extract from the mining. Minerals are the matter that we extract from the mining, the process of mining, and therefore they are known as minerals. And in a raw form, whatever matter we get, whatever minerals we get in a raw form, they are known as ore. O-R-E-S, ores. So mineral resources, they are mined. Usually we mined the minerals. Mine means we extract from digging out from the underground, the earth. From the earth beneath we extract, we discover, dig out and make into the usable form, like iron, coal, bauxite, magnesium, mica, zinc. All these are the minerals, some few minerals. So in the minerals we have got two things. One is metallic and the non-metallic. Metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. You need to know that also. And so they get formed underground, and to make use of that we have to dig it out and refine and make into usable form. So there are two forms. Okay. And so we have got two forms of minerals. One is metallic and the other one is non-metallic. Metallic minerals, which are lustrous, shining, they appear lustrous, shining, and they are good conductor of heat and electricity. They contain metals in their chemical composition. Metallic minerals contain metals in raw form, which can be obtained through the mining. Examples: gold, silver, tin, copper, lead, zinc, iron, nickel, chromium and aluminum. Metallic minerals are further classified into two forms, ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous and non-ferrous metallic. Ferrous metallics are those metals which contain iron in them. Example: iron ore, manganese and chromite. Non-ferrous metals are those minerals which do not contain iron. For example, gold, silver, copper, lead, they don't have iron in them. Non-metallic minerals, they are special group of chemical elements from which no new product can be generated. From there, they look like metals, but they are not exactly metal. And from there you cannot compose, there is no composition, and you cannot generate another metal from there. So non-metallic minerals have non-metallic shine or lustrous. They don't shine, they don't appear shining. These minerals do not contain extractable metals. Extractable metals, they don't contain chemical composition, that is their composition. For example, sand, gravel, gypsum, the halite, uranium, all these are non-metallic minerals. Now, next one is the distribution of the minerals. What does it mean? That is page number 69, distribution of the minerals. Iron ore is another one point in the distribution. It is iron ore, uranium, bauxite, manganese. Iron ore, you know that this is the raw form of iron is known as iron ore. It's not fully iron. It is the iron composition is there, but that has to be extracted. Then only you get. That is called raw material. Raw material of iron. That is called iron ore. Okay. Where are these found ones? Yes, India occupies a pride position in her iron ore reserve among all iron ore producing countries in the world. The value of annual iron ore production exceeds the combined output of all the other ferrous minerals. So they are mostly found at Bhandara, then Chandrapur, Gadchiroli districts, Maharashtra, Simbhum, Chhattisgarh, then Bellary district of Karnataka, Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Sundargarh districts of Orissa, Goa, and most of that. Next one is uranium. Uranium is another one. Uranium is naturally occurring elements that can be found in a low level within the rock, soil and water formation. It is a silver gray metallic elements, has the atomic weight highest atomic weight of all the naturally occurring elements. So whilst uranium is widespread at the low level almost everywhere, it rarely reaches concentrations that are viable for extraction from the earth and through mining. Uranium is most widely known as the unique radioactive properties. For its radioactive properties, it is usually used for the atomic power. So currently uranium produces approximately 16% of it in India. Okay, in India, that is so in India we have got the uranium found at Simbhum, East Simbhum and Jharkhand area. Next one is the bauxite. Bauxite is considered as the primary ore of aluminium. It is the iron ore. It is the ore of aluminium. From bauxite we get aluminium. That means occur in India. It's substantial amount. According to the latest estimate, the total reserve of bauxite in the country is found around 2,462 million tons. That is the approximate. It is found in Jamnagar, Kutch of Gujarat, Sambalpur, then Koraput districts of Odisha, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, Balaghat, Madhya Pradesh, Ranchi and Palamu area in Jharkhand, the Belgaum districts of Karnataka. Maharashtra has also the largest bauxite ore. So next one is the manganese. What is this manganese? Manganese is used in steel industry and in the making of paints, glass and insecticide, batteries, chemicals, bleaching powder. All these are made from the manganese. Generally manganese ores are located near iron ores. Bulk of the manganese is extracted from the mining of mines of Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Goa and Bihar. It is not Bihar, actually it is in Jharkhand. In Madhya Pradesh, the major manganese mining region is located in the district of Balaghat and Chhindwara district of and Sadol. Okay, so these are important point to note that. Next one is the gold. Gold is the soft metal. It's a characteristics of gold is yellow in color. It is chemically unreactive. Therefore, we use for jewelry. We are wearing and all that. It is highly prized by people because of its attractive color, resistance to tarnish. It will not get old. It will not lose its color, and its many special properties. its rarity, usefulness, and desirability make it a valuable commodity. Most mined gold is stored as bullion. It is also, however, used extensively in jewelries. Okay, either in its pure form or in alloy. The term karat indicates the amount of gold present in an alloy. So 24 karat is pure gold, but it is very soft. It's a soft material. Okay. Next one is the silver. Silver is has been known since ancient time. Silver is its pure form state, has a brilliant white metallic lusters. It is a little harder than gold. It is harder than gold and is very docile, ductile. It is very ductile and malleable. Ductile and malleable. You can choose. It has the highest electrical and heat conductivity. Okay, so that's when heated above its boiling point, silver boils off at the green green vapor because of its best thermal electrical conductor of all the metals. Silver is ideal for electrical applications. Okay, its antimicrobial, non-toxic quality makes it useful in medicine and consumer products. So it is that. Because it is more abundant, silver is much less expensive than gold. Okay. India is not a major producer of silver in the world. Okay, so we get silver from outside world. Next one is the copper. Copper is good conductor of electricity. It is used for making alloy, electric wires, especially electric wires and utensils. It is also used in manufacturing of medicines and all that. Okay, so that is about the states of Meghalaya, Sikkim, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh have copper deposits. The Democratic Republic of Congo has the largest producer of silver. No, copper. So, dear children, next day we will discuss about the non-metallic minerals. Then non-metallic minerals and their usefulness, and then with this and types of mining and all that is used. It's not very difficult. You can go through this lesson. Thank you. Thank you very much.